Okay, I'm back with another game in the low ELO series. And this one is very interesting because it's it's when you have that one single piece that just refuses to die. Just refuses to die. It just doesn't want to die. And I'm going to show you how that happens. So we have this opening here that I was not prepared for. I believe this is known as the King's Gambit, and I don't actually know how that works. And if you look at the bar, white is completely winning this position. So white is just a pawn up. I play knight to c6, and I'm trying to take this pawn back. Opponent counters, move my bishop, and pass capture. And here, instead of taking with the bishop and opening up the d file, I guess I didn't want to trade queens is the reason I did this. Maybe that's why. But yeah, I think that's why I didn't want to trade, is because, let me see here. Okay. Yeah, if I would move the bishop, my queen would be under attack. Maybe that's why I didn't do it. I don't know. Anyway. So now I'm moving the knight. I guess I'm kind of like attacking this square, maybe? I'm not sure what I'm trying to do here. There's got to be like some kind of a plan. Also, I have this bishop here that I can take the knight, and if pawn takes, then obviously that would open up the king, but he also has his queen there, so that's not a great strat either. Instead, he goes and does that. Knight moves back, takes, and now I am okay trading queens. While the opponent is a pawn up, I can just move my my rook, and I'm okay. So here, I'm actually doing fine. I'm just completely fine. If it wasn't for the fact that I'm down a pawn, I'm actually in a better spot. And the reason for that is, I have two bishops just on these diagonals here. Well, not so much this one, but if I move this bishop here and move this pawn out of the way, or somehow trade it, then I'm doing good. This bishop is like all the way back here, and he's kind of like trapped. So I'm not doing too bad. Move my bishop out of the way, and now if you look at the eval bar, it's even closer. And now I do something completely stupid. Something completely stupid. I just blunder my rook for no reason. But you know what? I don't need two rooks. Who plays games with two rooks? Who plays games with two rooks? This was a King's Gambit. This was a King's Gambit at the very beginning, and therefore, I'm going to gambit. I'm going to gambit, and I'm going to keep on gambiting. This is going to be a never-ending gambit. I'm not sure why I moved the bishop. I don't actually know. Yeah, this position doesn't make any sense to me. If it doesn't make sense to you, yeah, same here. Now, I guess I'm trying to go for the knight here. Okay, protects, obvious.
Nope.
And that's my second piece that I blundered. I mean, gambited away. All part of the plan. But of course, why just have one piece when you can have no pieces? So opponent trades, and my final rook, the only major piece I have left in the game, takes the bishop. Now I'm up against two rooks and a knight. This knight is kind of stuck here. Well, actually, no, he's not. In fact, he needs to move out of the way immediately. There's no reason There's no reason to stay there. Now would he... What? 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 Why? 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 Now this rook is pinned. Now this rook is pinned. Why? I mean, I do the only thing I can. I was gonna try and attack these pawns, but screw your pawns. I don't give a crap. I'm gonna keep moving this pawn because now I'm attacking his knight and he has to move away or give up the piece. Because if I take, he takes, and I take back, he's down 2 major pieces and I'm down a pawn. Versus, what he actually does is just gives up the knight. So now there's a passed pawn that is 1 move away from becoming a queen. This rook can't go anywhere. So what does he do? He moved the king. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so now my rook is in a tough spot. I can't protect this pawn anymore, so I have to move somewhere else. Now, I don't want to sacrifice my rook, because this rook is not just an ordinary rook. It's legitimately the rook. The ultimate rook, if you will. Move away. Takes pawn. Takes pawn. So now he can't take this. He has to move away. Except that, well, goodbye, pawn. I loved you so. I check him again for no particular reason. Because this pawn is protected. Check again. And now I guess I was like, you know what? I'm gonna lose this game. You got like 3 pawns to my 2 pawns. You have 2 rooks versus 1. I'm gonna trade my rook. It's time for him to go. He served his purpose. Except that my opponent was like, no. I'm not trading pieces. Even though I'm ahead. Even though I'm winning. Even though there's no way for you to stop my pawn from becoming a queen. I'm not trading pieces. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to take your pawn then. And let's see. Here, I could go back here. But the idea is the king moves down here and he's basically protected. I think. But anyway, I move over here because I want to go here. Okay, sure. Now his king is trapped on this line. Or is he? But you know what? I'm going to gobble up these pawns. Even though white is completely winning. Even though it's mate in 10. Never trust the computer. Never trust the computer, okay? My king moves out of the way. Now we come to the exciting play of this game. I don't take the final pawn. Because if I do, well, my rook is gone. So now we have a queen. Fortunately, the queen is looking at this pawn. If it was looking at the king, if it was looking this way, this game would be over. But no. No. Now my opponent does something exceptionally stupid. You want to go this way. Or at least don't do this. Because now I get to do that. My rook, which has been alive far longer than any hand that has any right to be, is still alive. We're still playing. I'm still checking his king. Oh my goodness, this game is insane. Insane. Okay, so he takes my pawn, my final pawn. I take back. My rook, well, he does the only thing the rook knows how to do. It blocks. So here we're left with a rook-king endgame. And I don't know if my opponent knows how to do this mate properly. I didn't do it the first time I was presented with a situation. And in fact, the game ends as a stalemate or a draw. I'm not sure. I guess it was a draw. Whatever. It ends. Nobody wins. Nobody wins. Nobody wins. After blundering all of my pieces except for the final rook, I've actually taken out, what was it? A knight, a rook, and a queen with a single rook. It just goes to show you, these ELO games, low-rated ELO games, are absolutely nuts. I hope you enjoyed this. Don't know when the next one is going to be out, but I hope to see you there. Bye-bye.